So guys, we have our stamped image right here, and we've embossed it. As you saw, I used the archival. This is the small one, the archival ink. I got it from Hobby Lobby, and we embossed it with Hero Arts, or I think it's Recollections Clear Detailed Embossing Powder. And then this one is, the first one is Rusty Hinge, which is my favorite for critters. The second one is Tea Dye ink from Tim Holtz, this one. And then I use this for skin as well, for like people. And then the Victorian Velvet is perfect for blush. And then this one, I'm going to put the ground espresso to give a variation of our mouse. So that's that. You just stamp it on anything that's like a non-pore surface. My goal is to get like a tile, like a white tile, so that I can use it there and it's easy cleanup. This one, I use the Stress Oxide. I just wanted to show you guys the difference. This is the tea dye. This one is this. And then this one is the Tattered Rose one. So let's start. I just want to show you how easy it is to do. I know sometimes it gets intimidating. So we're going to try to, let me move everything around because kind of a close-up. So let's start with this mouse. So I'm gonna start using this one first. Okay, let's see. I hope you can see it. I'm gonna sit down because I can't see. This is the Rusty Hinge. The good thing about coloring with distress ink, it's very economical, and you can get a variety of shades with it depending on how much water you get, but it gives you so much. This is one of my favorite ways to color. And I didn't study art or anything. I just watch a lot of videos, and then you can see, you can do your blending based on that little bit that you got originally. So you can just blend it all out. I normally put my light on the right side. I hope you can see that. So I'm just spreading out the color, and then that's it. Next, we're gonna use the tea dye, which is this one, and this is gonna be a little bit lighter. Again, I put a lot of, I put moderate amount of ink in this one. So this is the tea dye from, I'm gonna put it here. I hope you can see it. Let's see, I have to stand up and. So this is a little bit lighter. Like what I said, this is perfect for skin. So if you're a new stamper and you're looking for options, like economical options to color your stamped images, this is my #1 recommendation, is to invest in these small inks. You can get them at Hobby Lobby. If you download their app, you can get a 40% off coupon, so that you can save money there as well. So, and then if you like sparkle, you can use the Wink of Stella, the tip paint, because it gives it a little bit of sparkle in the end. Or you can get an aqua brush that you can find anywhere. My favorite aqua brush, probably second to the Wink of Stella, is the Tim Holtz one. I'm gonna put the blush later after it dries. So you can see how you can spread the color with just that small amount. And then next, I'm gonna be using this one, which is the ground espresso. So I'm just getting a little bit because I don't want it to be dark. But if you want it to be dark, you want your mouse to be dark, you can. That's why it's such an amazing option, because you can make it as dark or as light as you prefer, which is very economical. I've had these distress inks for years. Maybe I've had it for a good 3 years. And now they, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, they released the oxides, which is a great alternative. But it's not as, I don't know, when it comes to the stamp images, I feel like the distress inks are easier to drag in water, but the distress inks are not great when it comes to stamping directly. So it depends on what you're using it for. The distress inks I use for coloring images, but the distress oxides you can use for stamping. So there's a lot of advantages to it depending on what you like, and the opacity is also different. So you're gonna notice the ears, I didn't put any kind of blush yet because I'm waiting for it to dry a little bit just so it doesn't kind of spread the color around. So we've used Rusty Hinge, tea dye, and ground espresso on this one, very light. But you can see the variety of like the color when it comes to the mouse. It's very cute. And then next we'll use the Victorian velvet to color our fourth mouse. So let's see. So I'm going to use very light pink. And then for the blush of this specific mouse, I'll just use the Tattered Rose. If you want to, if this is something that you want to do and you want to make an investment with these products, I suggest, if you like coloring critters, this is a great investment. All these basic colors is a great way to start. And then you spread the color around. You notice I think I've colored it a little bit too dark. It's too pink. It looks like a stuffed toy. So what I'm going to do to remedy that is I'm going to give it a little bit of, let me show you, because it's too pink, right? What I'm going to do is remedy that with a little bit of tea dye, just to give it a little bit of flesh. So I'm just getting just a tad of color, not so much. Because this, if you stamp these inks on a non-pore surface, it could last a very long time because you just activate it with water. You see the changes from it looking like a plushie or a stuffed toy. Now it's turning out to be like a cute, very cute mouse. I love this stamp from Hello Bluebird because, I mean, this one is Christmas. Everything else is Christmas. But you can use these two mice for anything. You can use it for birthdays. You can use it for anything. So you see the variety. This one is a mix of Victorian velvet and tea dye. I really want to do like a very light pink. So let me put a lot of water. Very light mouse. So if I put it light enough, so I know it's a little bit inconvenient to kind of heat emboss clear heat emboss everything, but it really does help when it comes to coloring. So I'm going to tap the color out and then just spread it around. If you just spread it around, kind of removes, you see the difference? It's very light. I hope you can see that on camera. Not sure you can though. Let me show you a little bit closer. So this is the first two. And that's the pink. You can see the shimmer. And this one is Ground Express. So this one I haven't colored yet. So I think I'm going to use the tea dye Distress Oxide for the last mouse. This one. So I'm going to get just a little bit of paint. So when it comes to using these distress inks, it's so easy. You feel like you've been doing this for a long time because it's so forgiving. Like if you make a mistake, you put a little bit more color, you just remove the color with water, or you just dab it with a clean paper towel and that's it. So now we've colored that in no time. That was, you know, less than 10 minutes. And then we're gonna put the blush. I'm gonna zap it with a heat tool real quick. Give me a second, I'm gonna zap it real quick. So now they're all dry. We're gonna put blush on every single one of them using, let's use, half of it we'll use the Victorian Velvet and half of it we'll use the Tattered Rose Distress Oxide. Here, let me show you what I'm doing. So this one, make sure that it's really light, because, and you can test it out on your paper, how much blush you actually want. So it's important that your surface is dry. Otherwise the entire cheek of the mouse will be red. I've done that. And then for this image, my marker is the whiskers. And so that's where I put my blush. I think it's adorable. Having the blush there. Anyway, how's your Christmas, you guys? Did you get everything that you asked for from Santa? Well, I told you in my past video I got the Uhuhu for Christmas. And it is really awesome. I'm loving playing with it. This is too hard. I love playing with it. And then we got one for my daughter too, because she loves coloring, and my kids love coloring too. My daughter loves coloring, and my son loves drawing. So we're trying to encourage him to put a little bit more color. So I like to put like this pink shade here somewhere. I don't know. I think it's cute. So this is the Victorian Velvet. So now we're going to color the blush part with the Tattered Rose Distress Oxide. So this is more opaque, but it's really good with stamping. If you like to stamp, if you like stamping with colored inks, this would be a great investment for you. I bought the set from Amazon. But I don't have a lot. I don't have every single one of them. I only have 2 sets. I think this is more orangey compared to the Victorian Velvet. It's very light. Because, again, I'm using so much water. I don't want it to be too dark, really. And this color is very light as a maximum potential. So, yeah. That's... Oh, I wasn't in frame, sorry. So this is what we have. And we just colored using our inks, which are these. And these. And then the Distress Oxide. And then, so the tea dye and the Tattered Rose. So we colored all of that with this Wink of Stella. I hope you had a great time. I hope it helped you use your stash and inspired you to use them today. Take care. Have a wonderful crafty day. This is Christian from Christian's Crafty Adventure signing off. Take care. Bye.